Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lucid Rob. Today we're going to watch more videos that you send me about the weirdest stuff from all across the internet. It's going to make us laugh. It's going to make us cry. It's going to make us ejaculate. That's okay. That's a bit much. Maybe though. I don't know. You know, I'm not here to kink shame. Don't let me yuck your yum. You know, you like what you like. For now, let's just watch the videos and let's talk about what we see.
What if I told you that Earth was designed to be a prison for your soul? A system built not to free you, but to trap you. Here are 5 steps from the Luciferian playbook, the exact blueprint used to turn a golden age utopia into a planetary prison. And once you see it, there's no going back. Step 1, sever humanity from the ether. A true golden age means humans are in tune with infinite energy, free power, and divine resonance. That had to be cut off. Collapse the Tartarian ether tech. Bury pyramids, disrupt ley lines, poison the frequencies. Replace free energy with artificial scarcity. Money, fuel, control grids. The moment humanity lost its connection to the source, it became dependent, controllable. Step 2, rewrite history. A civilization that remembers its true power will always reclaim it. So what did they do? Erase everything. Burn the libraries. Rewrite the textbooks. Turn ancient wisdom into heresy. Lightbringers became Lucifer. Sacred symbols became inverted sigils of control. If you don't know where you came from, you'll never know where you're going. Step 3, corrupt the mind. Once the past is forgotten, the next step is rewriting the mind. Replace direct connection with dogma. Give them middlemen, priests, scientists, technocrats. Invert masculine and feminine energy to disrupt cosmic balance. Create linear time so they forget the infinite cycles of the cosmos. Trap them in endless cycles of work, debt, and struggle. Step 4, turn humans against themselves. You don't need prison bars when the prisoners become their own wardens. Weaponize fear so they beg for protection. Create artificial hierarchies. Kings, corporations, governments. Make them police each other. Thought crimes, social credit, cancel culture. The more they fear each other, the less they'll question who's really in control. Step 5, harvest their energy. Now the world becomes a fear farm. War, disease, famine, endless cycles of suffering. Religions and media built on fear. Humans producing endless energy for their unseen overlords. And the worst part, they never even realize they're in a cage. So, how do we break out? The first step, see the prison for what it is. The second, tear it down. Follow for more, because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it.
Separate the masculinity from the feminine. You know what side I'm picking, bitches? You know what's crazy? So, all of that I'm on board with. It's very accurate to what's playing out today in the world. It sucks. But another thing is, I've read into Satanism and Luciferianism. I'm into this weird shit. Clearly, it's my life looking into all this stuff. Grew up super Christian. Then my mom got super into like witchcraft and then Judaism. My dad was a Christian. I got into ancient Sumerianism and then, you know, started reading basically everything I could to kind of see what the hell is going on. And all these videos and all these people say that all this bad stuff that's happening is Satanism, Luciferianism. Satanism, Luciferianism doesn't talk about any of this shit. Literally none of it. I don't know where it comes from or why it's justified. Maybe because like most people view that stuff as like terrible when in reality, if you actually read anything about it, it literally just tells you like, don't be ashamed of being a human. Just like be kind to other people. Just be you, you know? It's very just like be your own God type of thing, but not at the expense of other people. There's literally nothing negative in any of that shit. It's just like Christianity and other Judeo-Christian religions that look at that stuff as the opposite of them, when in reality, that's not what it is at all. So I'm not telling you to be a Satanist or a Luciferian. I'm just telling you, like, based off of what I've read, actually taking the time to look into it, it doesn't tell you any of that shit. I think this is just people using it as a crutch to just be terrible people.
The Soviets said, we heard Armstrong and Apollo 11 say, these babies are huge. They're huge. They're warning us off. They're on the edge of the crater. You know, these guys don't even remember what they did up there. They've done interviews with these astronauts. And when you ask them, you know, so what did you do on such and such a day? They basically rehearse a mission log. We did this, and then we went, no. I mean, how did you feel? Like when you were standing on the edge of that, and then they freeze up. They start to look ill. So like you're saying in that press conference, right? They don't look like national heroes coming back from having been the first men on the moon.
They're hostages.
They look like they've had the scared out of them, or, you know, yeah. I think that these people saw some terrifying things up there, and that's also what Soviet intelligence thought. back during the Cold War. And the Soviets said, we were listening to the medical channel during Apollo. They had a channel that they would use to report back like medical emergencies, things they didn't want the public to hear. A separate channel from the one that was being broadcast across television. And, you know, unsurprisingly, the KGB had found access to this.
They weren't supposed
Even
to have
our
access.
even our ham radio operators were listening to this in America. Some ham radio operators said that they were able to pick up on this too. And there's this whole conversation on the medical channel about how the Apollo 11 astronauts were effectively assaulted and scared off by a huge spacecraft on the moon.
I totally believe that. I think that we did go to the moon at some point, maybe not the original one, but if we did, I think that what they did up there was not televised. I think all of it was recorded as like a fake version of what happened, so they could actually carry on their mission of like going to the moon, talking to aliens, looking at ancient structures, building a base up there, whatever they did on the moon, assuming they actually went to the moon. It was all a cover up for some other thing. And I think when they did go up there, they were scared shitless. I think they probably saw some stuff and talked to some beings and were either told not to come back, and that's why we haven't been back, or we're told just like a bunch of stuff that we've been trying to verify for a long time, all of us conspiracy theorists. I don't know, let me know what you think, though.
Consciousness, this faculty of being sentient, awake, is not limited to our brainwaves or our bodies, but in fact transcends the limits of space-time. It's an unbounded field of awareness. And that is true whether you recognize it or not. Interestingly, it doesn't matter if you intellectualize it. That is the reality of it that has been proven through scientific studies, such as Dr. John's work at Princeton, where they would have people put their awareness on a random number generator that's spitting out zeros and ones randomly, and would intend to shift it, say, towards zeros, and it would shift without any linear wires, just their thought.
Essentially what a random number generator does is it looks at something intrinsically random in the physical world, typically a quantum process, and it converts those into a string of ones and zeros. So you can think of it kind of like a coin flipper where heads is 1 and tails is 0. Now if you collect a large enough sample size, you find a 50-50 distribution of these ones and zeros, meaning physical reality is behaving the way it should. Well, if you get somebody in front of the machine and you ask them to use their intention to mean shift the thing to more ones or more zeros, what you find is that there's, not all the time, but often a significant mean shift in the direction of their intention. Now that's a very simple experiment, but the implications are absolutely profound.
So manifestation is real? Very interesting. Now, every time I raise my hand, somebody always asks me, like, what is that? Is it Illuminati, the Eye of Providence, all-seeing eye? It's just the all-seeing eye, dude. It's just, you know, whatever God you feel like is out there, that's who that is. Just the all-seeing universe, right? It's not anything super special. I just like weird shit. I'm controlled opposition. Ah! I'm not. I'm a fucking YouTuber, bro. Grow up.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. Enough. Okay. Hold on. Hold up. Just stop. Wait a minute. No. Nope. All right. So clearly that's an AI video. It's fake. But what? What if just imagine how weird it would be if like the Statue of Liberty and like all of our, you know, sculptures and statues and landmarks essentially also existed like in Antarctica. Like they were like remnants of the civilization over the ice wall. I don't know, just a thought. It'd be kind of cool. Fucking weird, but it'd be cool.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's a man. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's a man.
Okay, so first off, oh man, I can't say too much because I am also like a commentary, like reaction channel, technically a reaction channel, but I try to give context and commentary on the topics and not just be like, oh, that's crazy, or just fucking just do this. Like fucking all the TikTok people. Watch it. Watch. I just like tell you like what you're seeing in the video. Like just repeat exactly what they're saying in the video while I'm like pointing to something on a green screen. I appreciate all you do. Stay focused. Focus, camera. My autofocus is going crazy right now. Do you think the families like the Rothschilds and all these families that like run the world, girls, they run the world, girls. Do you think they have like places outside the ice wall? Do you think they're like part of the alien race, or I guess the original ruling race that basically created this like prison, this Earth, this inner ice wall Earth prison for us? Do you think they have places outside of the ice wall, like palaces and stuff? I never really thought about it, but I guess that would make sense if it was true and if I actually believed in flat Earth and the ice wall, which I don't. Globe head all day. Globe head all day, baby. Globe heads unite. Flexing. Flexing a lot today.
Yes, the White House has just admitted on the record that we possess the technology to manipulate time and space. In other words, time travel, teleportation technology. Yes, the ability to transport large military craft from point A to point B nearly instantaneously. Seriously, just like what the United States did when they teleported flight MH370. Of course, we've covered that extensively here on the show. Friend of the show, Ashton Forbes, who's done remarkable work breaking this story wide open on the teleportation, quantum teleportation technology, teleporting this craft out of thin air. Watch as it just vanishes in thin air as the orbs fly right around the outside of it, and it disappears. Boom, right there, gone.
No, it's still there.
Well, we looped it back.
Okay.
So I know it looks like it reappeared, but anyway. So this confirms what we've been reporting for years from whistleblowers, members of the military who've been on our show. We've spoken privately with them, also who've never been on the show, didn't want their faces on camera, who witnessed this technology in action. They worked on programs where this technology was in action. I want to play two clips for you now. One is from a few years ago. General Stephen Quast, he was the commander of the Air Education and Training Command at Joint Base San Antonio Randolph. And he was really pushing for Space Force at the time because of the technologies that we could employ from what he saw in action. So here he's explaining the technologies that he's seen on the desks of engineers at the United States Air Force. Watch.
Real quick, we're going to go back to that. Wasn't there something that Adolf, I don't know if I could say his last name, that, you know, the German Adolf guy that did all the bad things in 30s and 40s, didn't he have like some bell? There's like, I can't think of the name of it. You guys, let me know in the comments. I know you know what I'm talking about. I'm having a brain funk right now. There's like a bell, basically. It was like a teleportation device that they had like created based off of some ancient technology they found, because he would, you know, he was very big on locating ancient tech and was looking for like the Spear of Destiny and the Holy Grail and all that stuff, basically, like all these mythological ancient items. He was out looking for them to find technology and stuff, and that's what supposedly led them to Antarctica. But what was that bell called? Because it makes me think, since all those was it Project Paperclip or something, where we brought all of their scientists over to the U.S. after World War II, that would make sense if they had that technology, and now we have that technology, and we've been like working since the early 1940s to improve on it. I didn't even think about that flight disappearing being part of that. That's crazy. But yeah, let's get back to the clip.
The technology is on the engineering benches today, but most Americans and most in Congress have not had time to really look deeply at what's going on here. But I've had the benefit of 33 years of studying and becoming friends with these engineers and these scientists. This technology can be built today with technology that is not developmental, to deliver any human being from any place on planet Earth to any other place in less than an hour, to deliver Wi-Fi from space where you never need a cell tower to connect, to deliver energy from space where you never have to plug your phone in and it trickle charges and you can use that energy over time.
Okay. Was anyone paying attention? We were. So this confirms what we've been reporting for years on this show. So let me repeat what he just said. Quote, we have tech today that can take you from anywhere on Earth to anywhere else in an hour. Wireless energy where you could never need to plug in anything again. He saw this technology while he was at the Air Force engineering offices in Colorado where he worked. The second just happened yesterday. The second clip I want to show you. Trump White House official from the Office of Science and Technology, Director Michael Kriatsas says that we possess the technology that can manipulate time and space. Watch.
Well, again, short break here. That's all Nikola Tesla technology, right? All the free energy stuff. Obviously, he didn't create it. He said he got it from ancient technology as well, the idea from ancient scriptures or wherever he got it. But wasn't it Donald Trump's uncle that basically cleaned out Tesla's labs? Took all his research and everything after, I don't know if it was after he passed away or after basically he lost funding and had to shut down due to them not wanting him to distribute free energy. But that'd be crazy if we got access to that stuff after Trump got in office because his family has access to that information. Oh my God, I didn't even think about it too. And those damn books where like Barron, the Last President book and the amazing time traveling Barron book where his mentor's name was Don, and then, Elon running Mars, that book. What? All right, this is crazy. I'm gonna stop rambling and get back to the clip now.
Passenger planes are slower than they used to be. Our trains crawl compared to those in other parts of the world. Our cars do not fly. Advances have not stopped, but something has gone wrong. Stagnation was a choice. We have weighed down our builders and innovators. The well-intentioned regulatory regime of the 1970s became an ever-tightening ratchet, first hampering America's ability to become a net energy exporter and then making it harder and harder to build. We seem to have lost focus and vision, to have lowered our sights and let systems and structures and bureaucracies muddle us along. But we are capable of so much more. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. They leave distance annihilated, cause things to grow and improve productivity.
Okay. So this is setting off all sorts of crazy alarm bells today. Friend of the show, physicist Ashton Forbes, posted this about the news. And like we have a lot of questions. So Kriatsas casually says we intentionally stagnated our technology in the 1970s, and now we have the tech to manipulate space and time. Wow. Ross Colhart, UFO investigator, posted this just a few minutes ago. President of the United States Science and Technology Advisor Kriatsas, a former undersecretary of DOD, makes the most extraordinary assertion here without any explanation that the United States technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. So tomorrow, I just spoke with Ashton Forbes. He's going to be on the show tomorrow. We're going to deep dive this. We've already talked about time travel with Ashton in a couple of interviews with him, but I really want to dive more deeply into this. And hopefully over the next 24 hours, we will learn more about this.
This is going to the bank last week with Clayton, and the banker said, I need your trustee to sign this. And he goes, the government has the ability to beam them here. They've had it for years. And I'm like, Clayton, this
That's
is the
how
banker.
I talk to people.
I know. Let's just get this.
But it was hilarious. She's like, wait a minute, what? And she couldn't believe it. And I'm like, oh yeah, we've had this technology for years, and you should watch our interviews with this, and this. And she's like, she couldn't even move on. She's like, I just can't, I can't believe the teleportation. Wait, our government has teleportation, quantum teleportation technology. I'm like, yes, they do. Of course they do. They've had it for years, and they've been lying to us about it.
So I hope this isn't just all a bunch of stuff that's taken out of context, because I know that we literally had something where we can like teleport particles, right? Like a quantum teleportation and things like that. And I hope they're not just referring to that, because that's not going to help us. It's not going to, beam Scotty up to the I can't think of I literally can't think of it all today. I can't think of the Star Wars, the U.S. Enterprise. Thank you. Thank you, brain. That's a huge claim to say that we can actually like teleport and dilate time and whatnot. Like we know Superman can travel through time because he can move faster than the speed of light, right? Or Flash, or the Flash can. I don't know if Superman can. I'm getting off topic again because this shit is scrambling my brain. Crazy stuff going on. I put this on to protect my brain from being scrambled from all the 5G around me. Oh man, I don't know though. You gotta let me know what you think about this, because this is absolutely insanity. This is nuts. I mean, we win, right? As humans, right? We, as the human race, like, we win if this is true. Like, we did it. We basically did everything that there is to do. We can travel through time and teleport things. So with that, we can literally achieve anything. We can go forward in the future and get technology and then bring it back, and then just have, like, we could be cyborgs. We can do whatever we want, you know, assuming that, I mean, really, anything. Possibilities are endless. Let me know what you would do if you had time travel and teleportation capabilities. I would go back and use it like the sports almanac, and I would bet on lots of stock investments and crypto. I would be mining Bitcoin back when it first came out, and I would be in a very good place right now. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment down below what you want to see in the next one, and comment about this video. Which was your favorite clip, and what you would do if you had teleportation and time traveling capabilities. Until next time, peace.